The best decision makers make their decisions based on principles. What are their principles? The presidents and chancellors, the boards of trustees, they need to get into the nitty-gritty of what our principles are. That's where we need to focus. Because if I use my principles as my starting point for my decisions, I'm going to be pointed in a particular direction. Think of an archer who's got multiple targets. She is going to point at a particular target based on her principles.
Mm-hmm.
Arrow the sector of where you are focused because you have principles that are telling you that's us. You don't want to be the kind of organization that does things to be a certain kind of organization. You want to be a certain kind of organization that does those things to get a certain outcome. And if the things you're doing aren't getting the outcome, don't change who you are. Change what you're doing to get the outcome that you're looking for. Because if you start off with, we'll do these things to be this kind of organization, you will flutter around and flail, quite frankly. Because you won't be anchored to anything. You won't be pointing at a certain target. But if you have the principles driving that as the starter, you'll know we'll do this, but we won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That goes directly to what you're the specialist in, which is drift. Right? Because now you've got guardrails and that you've got a North Star. If you'll take the time to do this, if you do it right, you will actually create something that outlives you as the person in that position. That's the hope, is that you create something that's rock solid for the next version of whoever the leader is going to be. And whether that's on the board or it's in the C-suite or it's in the driver's chair as the CEO or the president.
What advice would you have for other CEOs, leaders, presidents on how to get clarity and then stand firm?
Hire on mission. I'm not kidding. The exercise of going through that and the pre-survey to think who we were and then distill that into some major points and say, well, this is what you're saying about yourselves right now. It's kind of the as is, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little all over the place, but it's kind of here. And then work through those major points towards who you will be as an organization, and then adopt those and reinforce those and challenge those. You can't just say stuff and then cave when the challenge happens. And the faith piece to this is very important because sometimes you're looking down the barrel of a lawsuit or you're looking down the barrel of what might be considered a bad news article. Stick with your guns of who you are. That's attractive. By defining what they are and sticking to them, very attractive to people. Even if they don't like you, it's attractive because they can trust you. And in our society today, there are so many organizations that lack that trust that they're fighting an uphill battle.